Welcome back, Superman and Lois. Oh, I missed you guys so much. The reliable CW show. Oh man, where did we leave off? Okay, so quick recap. End of season one. John Henry Irons had essentially decided that he was gonna pal around the world, helping people, trying to figure out his life. All of a sudden, a spaceship comes crashing out of the sky, and it's his daughter, which is the daughter of him and Lois from whatever Earth that they're from. So we already knew that there was going to be like this weird dynamic between Lois and her daughter, because earlier on in season one, we discovered that she was going to have a third kid with Clark, but they had a miscarriage and the child died. Now, I really feel as though that kid's death, in some way, shape, or form, is going to come into play this season. Because there are some mysterious super people running around with S's on their chests. And the question I have to ask is, how do you guys have super strength, super speed, and how can you fly? Was it the what was that thing called from season one? The Eradicator. Is it leftover Eradicator attack? I really don't think so, because during season one, either Superman had the Eradicator or Morgan Edge had the Eradicator, and he's dead or he's depowered. I actually don't remember what happened to him. I think he's dead. I could have sworn he exploded, and that was more or less the end of that. They've decided to crank the teen angst up to 12, which is fine. One of the best dynamics from season one really had to do with both of the boys and how they were taking not only the move to Smallville, but also discovering that Clark was Superman. Now that they know that he's Superman, it's more or less 15-year-olds going on 16-year-olds doing 15-year-old, 16-year-old stupid shit, with the dynamic of them having a sister from another universe and their mother more or less having like this long, drawn out, I would call it like a panic attack, because you get more into like Lois's psyche, which I've obviously I've never lost a kid, and I don't know what it's like for a woman to lose a child, but I can assume that if you are female and you lost a child and then the doppelganger of your child came from another universe and was suddenly in front of you, you would have something along the lines of an existential breakdown. Because in your head, because when she's looking at her and she's like tunnel visioning, where she's not hearing anything going on beside her, it's just ears ringing, pulse pounding, looking at her daughter. The entire thing that I was thinking about, and I just realized that I was still on mode. The main thing that I was thinking about the entire time was that that has to be the most craziest thing ever, because you're looking at this girl and you're like, my daughter would be, if my daughter was here, she would look like you. She would be probably your height, she'd be as pretty as you. Hearing her voice, she'd probably sound something along the lines of the way in which you sound. She'd probably walk and dress the way in which you do. So I can see Lois having like a mental breakdown looking at this girl. And I love the fact that they essentially took time. And me saying that they took time doesn't mean that, like, you know, it was like 5 minutes, because we have a 3-month time skip. But I love the fact that it took time for both of them to essentially figure out exactly how it was that they felt in regards to each other, where she didn't want to be the charity case child, and at the exact same time Lois didn't want her to become the substitute child. But they're going to take time to essentially figure each other out and kind of see where the relationship is going to go from there. Now, the United States government is on some trippy shit as usual. Now, we had General Lane, which is more or less the devil that you know, but now he's out the door, and we've got like this new guy who looks like a dick, and I'm probably not gonna remember his name. Anderson. Fuck. At least I think that's his name. But he's doing something that looks along the lines of Project Cadmus. And the second I saw these guys show up with the Superman symbol on their chests, I thought of what was it called? The Project Cadmus episode from Justice League Unlimited, where they essentially created their own Justice League of individuals who had powers that were kind of similar to villains and heroes as well. I really feel that that's the direction that they're going with these new people, and they're going to be having their own breakdown essentially towards the end of the episode. And then of course the end of the episode is absolutely like, there's always some level of a tease at the end of these episodes, but we see like a giant hand in an armored suit punch away, I'm assuming, a piece of the tectonic plate, since they're causing tremors and earthquakes in Smallville. So that's going to be interesting to see exactly who the hell that is. I'm really hoping it's not Doomsday. I wouldn't want them to be Doomsday, but I also wouldn't mind if it was a threat from John's world that kind of followed his daughter from that universe over into the mainstream universe. But we'll see. I thought this was a super solid episode. It's so nice to have Superman and Lois back. I can't wait to have something else to watch every single week again on Thursdays outside of The Mandalorian. So busy. But yeah, if you haven't watched Superman and Lois, I suggest you check it out. It is the best CW show out there right now. I would definitely put it up there in terms of quality with season 1 of Arrow and season 1 and 2 of The Flash. But that is the end of this video. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.